is here, and also the Constituency Communications Director for the NPP, who doubles as the Deputy Communications Director. Honorable Innocent Papa Goba is also here, as well as some other dignitaries from the Fisheries Ministry. And so we'll be going straight into the discussion segment. Just remember, all we're talking about is a closing season, the closing season, the closing season. And so in the next few minutes, our discussion should start. Join us on Facebook, SandCity TV. And in case you are experiencing some buffering with the internet, don't worry. We'll still stream it in the evening, a repeat. And the video will be on our YouTube page as well, SandCity TV. You can also follow us on our webpage, SandCity Radio Online. Right, so without much I don't want to waste much time for the Deputy Minister. He's got some other equally important assignments to attend to. So let me welcome him quickly, and then we go straight into the discussion. Honorable Minister, Wezo. I've been told you can speak of yourself, so.
Oh, Mauta.
Okay.
Danya fa dada.
You can mama.
Yenye mamanya.
Okay.
Mamanya dada. Mesebe echu hawu. Ke mamanya blom. Ye mamanya pojinye. Mamanya webe eva yemanya ne agbedodo anabunamu. Ta mamanya nonye fiamafi. Ta yeme do class 6 in form 1 a chama, you select a language that you want to do at the elementary school, and by then we were at Pokwase. I elected to do Ewe. So I can speak, I can write.
Okay. Okay.
So I'm son of the soil, though extended son of the soil, but my heart, my feeling, my everything is here. Ta luku banto madakpena mau pepe huakpe mau sogbo lisa be elabonami lejinami kpomi aji egba gava tumi kakedi magada kpan togbisiri etonlia do togbisiri va wo india ple afternoon ya medovio menyabe nanado danko Akufo-Addo, the president of the republic, me blogani be dogbagba de togbisiri tonlia wogba pele miangu le close season ya me va wogba dowo mau ha po ijesi be donyi ma owo na madakpe hana mia toshi to ha support to kinem minister ble mi kata dova wonwi gba tro mi je do magome supporter mi po. I don't think we had that same support 2019, and it's so encouraging. Ta me dakpe na mo kata mi adada o nafta to plo kata mi dakpe no akenya kwenye be everybody have to respect fish, because Ghana today, we've developed the taste for fish. Why? Because apart from population increase, we've gotten to know that fish protein is a healthy source of protein than the animal source of protein. And the livelihood and the jobs that fish gives. Some quote 10% of our population into fishery. Others say 20%. Large, we can say about 3 million Ghanaians are into fishery, both at the value chain level, starting from the actual fiction to the other value chain, the upstream and then the downstream value chain, and the income it gives to government, and it's very important. Our average per capita consumption is the highest in the sub-region, and an FAO reporting even indicates up to 26 kilograms, and others quote 23 kilograms. So we can see it hovers between 20 to 26 kilograms. Okay, the average for the West Coast is 14 kilograms. Even the worldwide, Ghana seems to be one of the highest per capita consumption of fish. So fish is a very significant and an important aquatic animal that we really have to hold on. But let me continue. I know you have some questions for me, but let me continue. The ocean, Chapua, me kata ko ito onyo. Me Ghana, the ka ko to inya Chapua. Chapua, here me kata toy. Itana kwe. We have our exclusive economic zone within the sea. Beyond that exclusive economic zone, we have what we call the international high sea level, where every country can come into it. But our exclusive economic zone is like that one. You need permission and other things, license and other things to trade into it. And because the ocean belongs to everybody, there's international regulation. So Ghana has to enter into international treaties, international conventions, so that we can all operate in the same hymn book and the same page of hymn book. So we can resuscitate, we can maintain, and we can sustain the fish in the sea. And because fish is a natural resources, when you get into the constitution, it will tell you that you must operate a natural resources in certain direction. The same like the forestry, the same like mineral. So the constitution allows the creation of the Fisheries Commission and all that. So what Ghana does today, our behavior here affects Ivory Coast, affects Burkina, affects Netherlands, affects Spain, affects America. It affects everybody. And the whole world is being challenged by exploitation, excessive exploitation, and therefore depletion of marine the marine zone is so high, the whole world. So there are treaties, conventions that Ghana will sign on to, and they come with rules and regulation. So you realize that 2013, Ghana was slapped with yellow card, which was banning Ghana from exporting our tuna to the European countries. We export a lot to Spain, Netherlands, and England, and other countries because of illegal, unreported, unregulated fishing. Before then, we had the Act 625, which was promulgated in 2002. Okay, and that act was supposed to regulate the management of both our sea and then our inland fishing. So when you read section 84 of the Act 2002, close season is captured there, and how we should go about it, and the offenders of those who offend that aspect of the section of the law is all extrapolated. If maybe time permits, I may read that section 84 of 625. So when we're slapped with the yellow card, what happened was that we were not going by the international convention, so we need to do some amendment of Act 625. So we amended that one to 880 after the 2013 event, and also did some regulations. Before we had regulation 1968, and then we came to regulation 2817. All to make sure that we will live within the confinement of international convention, but it is also for all of us to sustain sustainable management of the sea so that our people can fish. Akpoba mi atogbi echa vovon le chafwa eto ha vovon le hu ma te wa kwa afokpa across river Volta nenemako. Allo the forest cover le ton kata ogbogboga no be na menye va do tele etonwa mami watade avalon enmo kata was yenwi mi atogbi oza na vovon bla le mi atenwa za chiafo na chomegbe vijijiju wa no va po vide leme close season ma wo mi le fia mi atogbi o do no one at the end of the season ya o wona kon na chiafo blechio labu mi atogbi onya be apa eyili apa jinavi alomeka hacho eyili eyi ma yo wona close season those days between July, August, September ma ya pon ha na magblemia mi asego me of fonafu let me put it that way atuvi ekpe na evimo ha no vachi ovan akpagan na mi take fifila loko evio ha juveniles evio English to be juveniles akpavio we are scooping them net ma use miela mesh size not more than the 0.24 centimeter we're talking about. Me do zamle DDT dynamite light fishing both artisanal vessel trawler so sally kafifula mi be jebe sa miana esa na wodo president ntonto grenami minister mi kpofia mi adadai nyanya be na mi ten wodo nwi gba ye mi atrovio ha ovako mi kaka chiafo oko edomano mi atosio etoma no gbogbo na mi atobe chichuo be nanyu na nwa yo gba na legame alomene ne ma edon gboro na ebe na jo la nwa yo gba na legame obe vivi ko da dogbo mema ta na nwa gbegblem yi na ko nkupo mi me na na ka won tronwo ko vivi akọ egbeglem kaka na je go ma vivi ha enchi dowom ko anyonyoge kaka ejini ye mi ato lefia plemia mi nya be kokoko anyonyoge ta ya me kata fe challenge nyema. You can let people Google what is happening in New Zealand. And everybody is trying to sustain the resources so that it will be there for all of us in the future. Then the inland folks as well, we have marine fishery division, the inland as well. The inland comprises our riverine. Volta Lake is about 1,600 kilometers stretch. And therefore want to continue with the aquaculture for food and jobs. Tamagbona MCU to manon fungle miato the oba fia de nyingba fia de chianyu blemu and the chia the water that comes out is sweet and all that. Those areas that we can develop the aquaculture so that it becomes alternative livelihood for our people. So that when we close season, aquaculture is there for our people to work with and get fish out of it and other alternative livelihood that we're doing. So now that we've started, it will become a periodic event every year, so we can replenish the sea, the rivers, and all that. Maua ye wo hihame maua wonwo gede na mia ejebe mia kpogbonu na mu na yijinwe na mi na doyali chumo katama nemawe na maglebe whether you are a vessel or you are a trawler or you are who, if you violate the law, because the act is there straight, the regulations are there, if you violate any of them, the minister is so firm, courageous and determined. My boss, the minister, Honorable Mavis Hawa Kumsen, is so firm and determined and strong that we will enforce the regulation to his letter and the laws to his letter. But I know that my doctors are so disciplined. We don't me wanna seoji me davole sengu. So I know we'll do our best to maintain it. At the end of the day, the reports will come out, and when we get replenish the sea and our riverines, definitely it will help us. As for SandCity, I've heard of you so well, and I'll be patronizing a lot in SandCity because I'll be coming here. The minister will want me to hold voter region and other regions so that we can all share division of labor, so we can do
right.
Well. So I'll be coming here frequently, and let me greet my chairman as well, my regional chairman.
Honorable McAfee Wanya. Right, so thank you very much. Nyasala jadong pula bubuto Moses Anim yenya parentono judawala ipa toshinyoji la dukomalaba anwo madam asaye damagbana totutu ye utoshe jiba nuyu yo wofia manya yidoko yo choku owomo asali ye na nyasala fonkwa no jila fakpa fakplo wie toma wo do shigana dukojibo magado tuna dagbetao alaba at 625 yo wala fakpa fakpla vama ogubo trashino nyichoyala wazu 880 ye nya sai ka damagba alaba nanya ba dala sai ajia watang ahatono deputy minister mia sana na goma amado oglona ba la pagino adrelia July la enyilia August ma yo panu pokpo nya ba yi ya ma ye akpao ohun yirona nova vitugana na ma nya yi yo ha yo elenao ko yo va pokpombo totum la yi ya ma de amakawe no nyafi enlore pagino adrelia aji fishing ministry ak enlore no nyi lore ji alo stakeholder bubo mi involve etofiao le toshilaro do je plu afi lore pagino adrelia aji
yo merci me da pe no e po be doya de science pre practical experience yoko wona doya practical experience ali science ya never me pre research ko do atenwa yijinwe ta menye ministry no nyiko decide all the stakeholders minister blow owo meeting you won't on to ble but opobe the other time 2019 eyi owo closed since opobe 2020 I'm eating well because of COVID. You were made them so minister also listen to them. Ye do to science, probably research told the academic institutions so they all do a lot of research. Ko ever mebe mi ato tonto ye globe mi we July artisanal to 1 month, then industry to will take two months, then the tuna people will do 3 months of close season. Tamenye canoe told the dejao, the trawlers, the semi-industry, industrial, and then the industrial vessels and trawlers ukata, they are also going to observe the close season. And ekobe ye de no devima. We have a lot of mangroves growth and seaweeds. Mangrove grove ayi magbona makpoga de keta de kedeku. I think we need MC we need to sit down and see what we can do. We need to replant those mangroves, the white, the red, and then the black. Ekpobe ale miato blombe July, and those days, the July and the August that they sprout, okay, they sprout. because they are gravid, and there is brown. It's not easy to catch a fish those days because you go and hide under the fish will go and hide under the mangrove. Okay, and that is where they are going to lay the eggs. And then the seaweeds, those days climate change will not depleted the seaweeds. The seaweeds, na yetiagoma po sea plants. And they go and hide there, especially when the temperature differentials. They go and hide there, and that is where they lay their eggs. But we've killed all the seaweeds. Then look at our mangrove. Okay,
a travel.
So
yes, sir.
That period, mikata mi nyane ebia me de shia de mi adada the smoke fish oyina la. That time you see the fish is so oily and fatty. Aminona fish tonto, it is the egg that is in the stomach. So they will tell you that time even na yima me treatina new because of the oil will be burning so much and the fire will be taking off and all that. So the science and our own fisher folks and the stakeholders who decided that if really nature thinks that this is the time that the fish should gravitate, then why do you go and catch the fish? Mebuba America meliko efe gbonfo fuko oben ya legbo mawo. Allo? Allo koklo la asiaji ko nebe ya vale koklo mawo allo adran.
Mo
woni. Epe ta gomesesa yinyebe they at this time that they are gravid, the gravid period. Why don't we preserve them so they can lay more of the eggs for us? And then when after the close season, we also observe that the illegal fishing will not happen. So the juveniles, the vimojioa, nova luluna miato nole. But if you don't close now and you go and catch the gravid fish, that will not give you results. And because we want results, we want to do it. And they themselves, in fact, the minister even said it yesterday, that they themselves sat and came down, Minister, we want to do it this time. Showing commitment, showing goodwill, that if we want good results, let's do the right thing and get the good results. So it was a decision holistically taken with all the stakeholders that we should do it this time. And let me repeat, it is not our artisanal small-scale fisher folks alone that are going to observe the close season, which is starting midnight today. By 12 a.m. starting tomorrow, the close season has started. The artisanal fisher folks are observing it for 1 month. And the 1 month, we even say it's about 2 weeks. Is that also? Because already Tuesday, we don't go. And I think Sunday also. So if you take all those days already out of the 1 month, it is that. Then the semi trawlers are also going. The industrial trawlers are going for 2 months. And then the tuna people will go for 3 months. So we can replenish the stock.
Right. The implementation aspect, Honorable Minister, the fire fiaba yetutoa. Lucky alo dodoke would me for the door for yawo, but your pog bob amada kama trito ye told you. In a close season, a vai for her dodoke libe me a pog bob bad fishing practices you zanvai. A devant zaza, a don quivio zaza, platomo kata, mayiji, no velo de vion a chiamo.
Mi va ple Commando Nyako, the coordinator of the Marine Police with the Fishery Commission and the Ministry. There's a division at the Fishery Commission called Monitoring, Control and Surveillance. He's trying to The Marine Police has command divisions. There's one command division that start from Winneba down to Aflau, and there's another division that start from Winneba to Huni Valley. So the two wings, as I speak to you, some of the ships are within our borders here. Unamies mienya MC unamienya benedoji aleko mia todo umuvu na yina Togo ko Togo ko ava fish ko akwayi mi de kukuno ale mi lafia e wo be jefo yi ene Yesu be tro jime egba na subo mau eyi agba yenye tolo itana tro jime ko evo ka kena kuvado heaven afima ya jime tro melio allo ita egba mi gbogbon be mi ekuku dem no mi le kloji kuku dem no be maga wongu maga davosegio alemi blonfiako na winenema ga kaneva davosegi esa loko baba na omelemu na yo nye MP minister na makai majijago. So the law enforcement ule ya mi woge. Then after that a dodgy again and a mako ala benemi we yakata ye miga na illegal fishing moi jima egba unto ble psycho ends. And we want to say it here and tell those who are involved in psycho. But psycho man, that is the end of it. The minister has said it. She is so strong and determined. And my job is to assist him. And I can tell you, I'm going to assist the minister. I've pledged him. I've given him my loyalty fully. And I'm going to be glued, super glued at her corner, firmly, to do the right things for God and country. So, psycho, me kuku demnemi. Egbaya trojime. Na kuyi heaven ya. Loko na biaba no ko achi akwafu achime avado
Odeji
ya. It will be too late. The law will catch up with you. Then also, we are strengthening the Fisheries Commission. We're trying to recruit more. The Fisheries Commission has regional directorate and zonal directorate. And the zonal directorate is closer to our fisher folks. So we want to strengthen them so they can be a back support for our chief fishermen and our fisher folks. Then the region also is being strengthened with human resources. And then yesterday, we were also told that we were bringing equipment to also do that, support. Now, you land, because the law says that, look, there are people who are not supposed to fish inshore. If you don't have license to fish inshore, because inshore is an exclusive, we call it IEZ, inshore exclusive zone. The 30-meter fishing level deep in the sea is exclusive for indigents. If you don't have license to do that, don't try. Because the other vessels are supposed to do bottom dwelling fishing. And we know the species. The species that when you go, you fish bottom, you get. And that when you fish inshore, you will get. That's why the law says that we should build the landing beaches so that everybody must land. So you declare with your books and everything for the Fisheries Commission agent to know where did you fish and show your license and all that. And we are bringing equipment. They will test your fish, and the equipment will tell us what you did on the high sea. Then we are also strengthening the vessel monitoring system. We are putting a digital system with NITA, a control system with NITA. So on high seas, and then the automatic identification number system, we are also strengthening that. Then the president have given the go-ahead. So committed. I tell you, the president, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, is a man for this country. And the vice president as well, very committed. The chairman of the economic management team, who is the vice president, Dr. Bawumia, very, very committed, and we are supporting him very strongly. Dr. Bawumia, very, very strongly. President has agreed and given the go-ahead that we should buy a research vessel. I know that, God willing, by close to the end of the year, we will get the research vessel, so that we'll have our own research vessel that will do research. It will also patrol the high seas and do research, because we need research. I told you, we need to integrate research outcome with practical experience. So we can even know that, the fish even go to this area to spawn. A fish in Avajavia. The research vessel can let us know. Then we'll say this is an exclusive zone. We'll zone it and say this place is regulated area. Don't go and fish within this dimension at this period. Because that is where the fish go and do their spawning. All is about research, and the research vessel is coming. The president has also given the go-ahead for we to buy 4 patrol boats, additional 4 patrol boats. So we put all those patrol boats on the high seas, and then our exclusive economic zone to patrol and make sure that whether you are a vessel, you are a trawler, or you are who, you are doing your operation and activities in line with the law and regulation. And when you are caught, you can call whoever. You will face the law. Right. So these are some of the things that is coming on the pipeline. And we are united as a ministry. I can assure you, from the minister up to the last person, at every decision point, we are so united. Never think that you can come and break our front, cause a division among us, so you can sprout. Hey, a female dofia, menya me de kapenya. I'm a venano mudum, na me blibo kata na chianya. We will not allow that. Na undudu adeli, na miape to shishi to. Ejebo nonyina amekata. Eta kobe minister, you know nya gloma, e global me you he offer for outboard motor. First, we want to serve them. And Ega Global, I'm the share the who is registered. And it's a fisher folk. The person must also have whatever government is subsidizing. So it's an inclusion. Today, the whole world is moving into an inclusion system. An inclusion system where vulnerables are not left out. That is why even the housing and population census, you see the team. Yeah. We not leaving anyone behind. Because it is when you do more of these research outcomes. And this time, the population to over me apart minamum, because a doya wagola, the outcome is going to help me at all. Na ketato enenya no ketano hlamulu. Because the indicators there is going to tell whether you are poor, you are below the poverty line, or you are above the poverty line, so that when something happens and we need to reach out to the vulnerable, we can identify you. Let me give you an example. Accra, when there was this lockdown, government na gabeno danune amedaheo. Amado Lee, Nwake, manches the car, a stick of manches kura or she, beya dejo kura melio. So we were to target those people who were so vulnerable and because of the lockdown cannot feed. But because we did not have statistical data enough, then you look at the place and so ameyo nemekwe yafia ameda hunye amemo moyo pom duduma loko jagna. Because that food was not meant for them. They have enough to buy for what? Allo kake ameye nwake manchis de kakra kwi de kamele shikra or kwa tojo ne molu via de plan la via de ndime be or do de madakpe no. So it is some of this resource statistical outcome that is going to identify who is who and where is who. So what we are now is an inclusion. The fisher folks, everybody is going to be included. And government has gazetted and approved co-management system. We are linking it with our laws. This law will do a strong revision of the law again, so that inclusion, co-management is a decision taken from down to top. So it means that we have to engage, consult everybody before certain decisions are taken, so that decision making, inclusion of stakeholders will be part of it. We are bringing out that policy as well, and we are going to, it's being piloted at Ankobra, at Adan, at Densu, and at Pra also. So the pilot will end well. We are hearing that the outcome is good. So whilst we are piloting them at those areas, then the outcome will come. Then we will see how the pilot went. Then we will know how we can draft a policy and draft the law to support it. So it becomes incumbent on the ministry and all of us that you need even to take minutes. How you engage with the people. The minutes is taken, reports are taken, then we all coalesce around a common decision. Then its implementation becomes very important. Because what we are doing now, we need what is called voluntary compliance. If you have a 550-kilometer stretch of a coastline, you have 1,600-kilometer stretch of Volta Lake, just Volta Lake, not Ankobra, not Densu and the other riverines. You will need voluntary compliance. Other than that, enforcement will be a problem. So you need to go down, get communities set at the landing beaches and all that. So we'll have an operational system and then a policy implementation system that will involve MCEs and all. I asked myself, why should premix land here and MCE will not know about it? Why? Any premix, whether it is co or bottle or 1 liter or gallon or tanker, you reach here, MCE must be informed. MC must have a strong link with the landing beach committee so that it goes well. And because of the challenges and the more practices, first the challenge was diversion.
Okay.
Then we put tracking system into the tankers. So as you say, you load at Tor, you have to go to Keta and deliver at the landing beach at Keta, Jericho. So the tracking system is there, and somebody is at the office watching you. So if you reach Adan or somewhere and you branch somewhere, you are caught. That one worked. Then now the problem we had was that people were hoarding. Yesterday it was an issue. The price of the premise was an issue. I have to come and explain with kerosene gallon. Gallon Hello? Gallon white one kerosene.
Yes.
Gallon, I think about 4.5 liters. So that one is 7 cedis, 20 pesos. Hello, Mema. So now premix pregagba ye ne le gallon malashi ko no je no ko. It's 7 cedis 20 pesos. It anaku 4 gallon li. Ye ne ko ye because of volumes are. Then how many times that small gallon feed into Kufuor's gallon? Maybe about 7. It is 7 cedis 20 pesos times 7. And I'm told it's 54 cedis something pesos. So why should you let somebody sell it for you at 75 or 80 or 100? So now, you know what we are doing? We've registered canoes. Registration of their canoes. We want to get data. The canoe registration is not meant to tax anybody. We are not taxing. We've not taxed our fisher folks, artisanal people. We've not taxed them. Aquatic animal kata upona utoi still government still subsidize adboard. The adboard that we gave out yesterday in the open market is 22,000.
Okay.
Then we say contribute 10,000. Government will contribute 12,000. More than 50% of it. Then the premix also is highly subsidized. So why should we be hoarding? So now we are saying that if that is the case, let's register our canoe. We've registered and we have 14,200. Tanome register the kukuno. The opportunity will be created for you to register. Now we are going to give every fisher folk who has a canoe an identification card, an automated barcode card. Kadima, no call because you are registered. No call. Then we are going to determine the volume of premix that at a time based on we know how your fishing efforts are. Okay, so we know scientifically we know the fishing efforts and all that, and that is why we want to replenish the stock so that you will not go. Akpaya na ten akpo within 2 hours na ga no chiafuaji for 1 week. Having akpa because we are not getting the fish. Kakena akpa olia. You spend too much premix. You go akpa na kwevi. So we are going to get you your volume of subsidy on the card and the volume of that you can pick. So when you go and we are going to build, we build 6 prototype. Well, we thank them so much. They helped us to build 6 filling stations, so to speak, at
Vantage
land, and we are going to replicate all those ones. And that is what that Madam was talking about today. We're going to replicate them. So you just go, you slot in your card. Now over 200 liters in your tow. Alomikwe over tow in 100 gallons. You never slot it. The 20. It will tell you have 80 more. I said, go man, the next time you go slot, you take 20, you have 60. Then you continue. When it is finished, it's finished. For you. So it will not be mevaje abale mieja na kerosene na egba mevaje premix score instead of 7 cedis 20 pesos a gallon. Over 10 cedis. You have your card. And we'll bring all those. So these are some of the innovations that we are bringing to sanitize. We need your support. So register your canoe. And canoe registration, many tax tax fisher folks. So we want to. There's also overcapacity. So much because of population, there's so much. So we need to know the numbers and the statistics so that we can help. A trauma oglobe premise vana afia lulu. Allo to globe mem young them. Yes. But when we don't know the numbers, we don't know the number of canoes we have in this area, how can we get the exact volumes and send? So that is why we need the registration. It is not for taxation. me de kuku na mi ato me nye klo la nyingba me de kuku no. It is not for taxation. It is to know the exact numbers so we can bring the volume that will suffice and be enough for you to work with. Meska sebe premixa me ato those any
some irrigation farmers.
No, me de kukunola farming, because there's planting for food and jobs. Government is subsidizing fertilizer and other seedlings and all for that. This one is purely for fishing. Purely for fishing. So we beg them. Me an tonto abidem yangulo. Me an tonto abidem yangu. Efle nwa ko eva ko for irrigation ko aga ya ga tro megbe nwa mesubo mi de pomu. You see, then the one who really needs it, that's why we want the registration done. Then we can identify who and who exactly.
You can hear registration.
We had about 14,200 already nationwide.
Okay.
And that's why we are building capacity at the fisheries zonal directorate level. Okay, we are bringing people, experts, to come and then work with our people, because at the end of the day we are going also to do aquaculture. Okay, and with aquaculture we need extensions people to come and help our people, educate them to know how to do it and all that, because it's a whole area on its own. Because we will need what is called biosecurity. Biosecurity one is first physical security. If you do it in the river, meseba madenya or atwa davko or neta or kejak or angogomako or fish akata. You see, so we need to provide that one is then we have the health security as well, the tilapia lake virus disease and the spleen and then the heart disease and all that, and we have vaccine for them, we have immunization system for them, and we will be doing that. Then we are building a lot of hatcheries for viable fingerlings who can sustain the conditions and all that. We're building all that. We're building some training centers also for the youth. We're building an institution, a college for fishery at Anumabu and all that. We're doing all these things to engage the aquaculture. Aquaculture, my brain ebe ya akpalamashi.
Ya wontenyin.
Ita elashuo ta na poji nye ko towo nye ekpo be nyincho ya akpado dolphin so over jele egeklomo o jegoma to azim o jegoma to. So how did they reach here? Because the sea will flow from Azim and all over. Ita na akpadele etoma ne me yafimo me ten lego never twi aye ne lege allo hafi na dof ma never you call menye towo kaka aquaculture towi, and we are using aquaculture to improve the system. We are targeting the aquaculture for food and jobs. We are targeting about all the secondary schools. We're targeting the training colleges. We're targeting the prisons. We're targeting some of the military. Then we're targeting youth groups and youth associations. The MC, get your youth together. Get all your youth who are interested and locate places. Today, you even don't need to do ponds. There's this tarpaulin technology that at your small home they hook the tarpaulins and they connect the pipes to them. You start your aquaculture. That is it. And anytime the water is that you decant it through the lines, and then you add another or two. So you really, the pond system is there. The cage in our riverine is also there. You need permit if you want to do your aquaculture in the Volta Lake or any riverine. You need to take your permit from the EPA, water resources, register your company and all that, because we need to visit you so that your culture and other things will be okay. So there's a lot to do, and we are doing already in the fishery.
A lot is
industry.
coming.
And let's encourage and motivate our people. And we want to optimize the economic benefit. That's why we're doing this immunization, vaccination, and all that, to make sure that if you put in 1,000 fingerlings, you know that you can get more and sell altogether. Then let me also add this: the aquaculture, the challenge is the feed mill, because the record shows that the feed mill is about 70% of the cost of production. So we, minister and we trying to find a way out. What can we do? There's exemption for poultry feed. For the raw materials that come in when you are bringing them, there's exemption on duty and all that. But the definition of animal is what the GRA is having a problem with. But our friends in the sea, our brothers we feed on them in the sea and the rivers, are also, that's why we call them aquatic animals. That span you see in them there is their vertebral column. Okay, and we know that anything that has a vertebral column is a mammal. Okay, and therefore we're going to make a strong argument on that perspective that the fish feed should also have those exemptions, and that will bring down the price on the fish meal, so that at least that's why you see tilapia's price keep rising, down, and we're going to look at all this and all that I'm talking about. The co-management system, which we've gazetted and the president gazetted and approved it, is for us to engage everybody. So we are going to engage. I just spoke to the inland people, so I'm picking their president Jacob's number. I'll call him, and then we'll also meet them. Then the feed male people, those who produce the feed, will meet them. Those who are also academia, the research at the universities, we're going to bring except when you say you don't want to work with the minister. The minister's door is widely open, including the windows. So you can also come through the door. It's open for everybody who means well, so that together we'll revamp our fishery industry, so that we can get more fish to if you meet akpa everywhere, alo akpa togui, alo kalami everywhere, alo adahe, or demersal or sardinella everywhere, salute that aquatic animal for me, because I've seen the people who livelihood depend on fish, and fish has really supported Ghana. Let us all come together and do the right things for God and country, and I know the Lord God will create more for our country in terms of our fish production.
Right. Nyasala majadong pula badan tona judawale ipo toshinya ojile Ghana dukoma alaba anu magbama alagbegbe. Babia yo lagbana jinam go hanya mapabia ogaka ro akpaga ntonu. Miofonu don kuda achiafu fa anyawono makarajibe minister tafabu bwadoli ogayiga. Gaka momle ko makone hafi ojoa akuda miapa muto shishi anu nyamanya na anyada do godofa kuda lagoon, the Keta Lagoon, the largest lagoon in Ghana. Nyata kakao difia ba mahem. Ye amu gwaglo wa kuma, halo wa drejama. Nyamanya na anyada kado dofa sofa kuda dodo ya unu. Ye nado alo mado the nglada de kawe ano jijimle ujudofa.
Peno yemiva yenye enyagbanto MC efa plan of you oglenami afimieva do togbe fiti no togbe fiti eva do togbe fiti atonlea
the fiagan of flower
eva do bo iha penku bia in fact togbe fiti no nyama gboma mano penku makpo togbe penku bia at a point to man no nyi because menyam ya togbe no penku bia ne ba echanya onya enwu adofuma allo akegba modern word ata because togbe penku bia about Laguna and ye megava wo open forum it also came up. In fact, like Togbibo Minister, Honorable Hawa Kumsin, Grenebeyela Nyamalashi, SC, is an interministerial approach. Akobe Echia Fisheries. Kakede, when salt comes in, then it goes to lands and natural resources. Okay. So we need to team up and then see how we can solve, because the salt winia is also the reason why they have problem. Ena echinunukura vazunyafia. And water is life, and we pick the minister global Nyamalashi. Whilst we're going back, we're going to consult, talk with other ministries, then we'll see how best we can do it. Adamwe gavanya be kone chiva Laguna meko close season ya miato a shift ava no akpa Vivian do pom togbi fitikura globe akpakala mi fi akura kwa no workplan dum kura fifia magalio mikata mi nya akpakala mi akura workplan kura tadia ma movie is how do I put it it's a whole delicacy. Thank you, honorable MC. It's a delicacy. Kula patoguma ekpe nya mama nye maglombe mama nye dada nye bawo efufo nye ekwapimto ekpe ake mama nya yagbe meno ta menya lo odanakplen menya lo dunakplen chokplan kraye ganola Pligidi, Japasu and Titi. I'm no Sojima cleaner for I'm no Sojima cleaner for. With a chotoko, hot water, allo gleneba, this way, on one is hot water queen.
I hit a vehicle.
Water queen at a top blanco. Kala mi alo jado, alo patobia. Kakefila magani no mo ko obe oyona na nebe fried rice blenmoko abidemian lameglemianji blenmo kede. We have to come back. And let's team up. Let's hold ourselves together. Let's take politics away from livelihood. Close season agbomi lefa maglosa 2002 allo Maglobe 2013 we were slapped with yellow card. Recently we were being threatened. The president has to go to Brussels with the minister to go and speak. Meanwhile, why should we sit down to know the right thing for a white man to come and tell us? Inke yevumanya yemienyam. So we have to sit down for a white man to come and tell us that. Look at your law. Section 84 says do close season. So why are you not doing close season? Because it's part of the international convention that you sign on to. Why? Ata minamikata miava with the car. So the tunnel, minister has taken that matter up seriously, and we are going to talk. I'm going to support her. We talk to the other section. Then we see how best we can handle that one too. But let's all team up as I said, and then we can get the results.
Right. All to tsunami vado jadodo afanu anu mako. Fifi amienya pa said them gonna close season dongwa amado doko chebe Fisheries Ministry and talk with Ponasa Lankuri Kublana Bo Jiniama close season waga.
The kukune miatolo NDC MPP nyam. Na made vava politics wole minyen because ama me jibe Ghana ple ndudu ple na va mi adomo mi antontoy na mi ewenia vida mi atonye eto minister global fisher force artisanal fisher force alekemeli o na taxo na lichiapo na yichiapo ama na kpola towe na dria towe na yema kpola. The only benefit to government is that it gives livelihood to people. And eledume ye nenye president, nenye minister, nenye MP, nenye MC, nenye leader fia. Ye tome fafa lina o subject so oha tome fafa nonu. Na me nenemo hey oha na kpole okotoku me vi pe akwakpo vi oji pro ngo. Amo bona hoge. Kakene dola moshi. Untonto dojimade leki amakema lehiha meko ya fa toynye be na mafondia ma konye kapko ma zo amojava hukuku alava awo alava ho bli avatu be ina amakema lenenemo. When you see people moving like that, there are people who are charlatans, yes, who always want to do people. They are criminals. But in the wisdom of every human being, America meliko choko yebe shiayin ma choko male calabash lashi and umbiamu. So when people really have livelihood, Alumima, it is good for all of us. So government benefit is that it gives livelihood, it gives income, it creates jobs along the value chain, including post-harvest handling. Alo no lakba freezing, cold stock, smokers, those who smoke the fish, and it's all stretch. We've tried to do even some smoking facilities that is very efficient and effective. It doesn't take out the wood. You know that the wood smoking has the wood has an element that when you smoke, it gives some taste to the fish.
Okay.
So when you are designing every mechanized system for smoking, you must always take that into cognizance. People are exporting smoked fish, you know? Yes, people are exporting smoked. People send their people from America and tell them, oh, never fama. Na play la ila jadok it's all over there. So there's a facility that we are putting across, and maybe Minister Craig Global common young war or small income via the known small garden view, no, then they can use it to replenish. We're trying to build the banks as well. Now they are coming up, right, so that they can also give
thank you very much.
So me the kukuno obe maglo ya obe amadevano alunho. Is that how we say it?
The in-law.
Ever know if I believe him? Ever know him? Ne you call. Or the blia at the go bong, a claim bliako, a little taco a the in-law, Vapoba, a blia for family, a glamour we keep our basin. The ever be let to lashi, a few poco, in-law Magona. In law Lokovano ni de blia de gobong clean wo le tako ya koko tu afi yo bie be achi afi alo ayimo MC nenyo onya ka bloga na ko tu afieta ko ke tu alo ko afieta yo obie be achi afi alo ayimo
mayimo
mi ngara bloga wojiko na fage
achi afi alo ayi prison e problem afi achi ga yo prison ya go in law be ya yi prison me de kuku na mi ato mi eji be na navy commander proto akotu afia abiobe because of illegal fishing or because you violated cruise season achi afia alo ayimo. Let's all be consonant with the law, and I know God Almighty today we didn't come to cut sword. Yeah, you vote on ye. Hello? We came to do our tradition, pure tradition.
Okay.
Western region over, central region over, greater region over, and voter region to Mikatan to be Sri, Medak Penny, Mauna Yirelo, Anagbejiji, saying. And we've done that one. And I know God is going to replenish. And our effort is also going to replenish. And we'll maintain enforcement of the law to his letter and spirit. And at the end of the day, we'll all be victorious. Now that minister want me to handle voter data and some other support, I'll be coming frequently.
Okay.
And the youth too. They should be ready. I'll be having chat with them and all that. Let me also greet my constituency executives, my polling station executives, my regional executives, my coordinators. Mina mikatamia with the car. Let's get the MPP flag flying. Ejebe manobo brone miato be a chigrinyi party ha miato nye. Me bluvio to de deja onyo bon mi atonye da be achigrinyi symbol na ya ngloga chami po achigrinyi leji.
That's right.
There's a history to it. Angloga chami po achigrinyi leji. There's a history to it. Tana mada achigrinyi juma ejebe mi oba mi awabala mamang cause achigrinyi mi atonye.
That's the symbol of
ale mi wona ba to amongu aba togbi anyingla nena makui nena maku jebe mi awo na made achigrinyi juma jebe mi awo bala mama ngo dabe na yi anwo ga chia mi po ji achigrinyi eleji. And there's a history, an elephant who did a lot and there is not by accident. Yes, it's not by accident that the elephant is on the linguist rod at Angloga. It is not by accident. Tamina mi ala achigrinyi ala shi na Dominia na Nado Dankwa Kufuado, Ple Baumia, Yemi Lemegbene. We are behind strongly, very strongly behind Dr. Baumia, very strongly behind him. Ta na nyonyokui na at least voter mia deview ha na parliamentar na mia put the laugh mala. Mia put the laugh ma mia tonto mia fufota mi womdo fife ma uwe. Hello? Me afufu time you know warm na here alumene mo yone me no on ma e wo pe dovo ma wuwe me na me atroshi la me atroshi vie me akpo me atrolola me atre vie ko ano dam na chigrinya 2024 at least anwo afia ko ple keta ple won me po 3 seats ma kra me nyu me kalama as we speak now, the only cabinet minister is Amewu. Though a bit distant, but my life, my blood, my mind, my thinking. As I speak to you, you can see that my thinking, so oriented towards my maternal side. You see, so I would want to see our area too. MP so not to fiava, miala bono, then we will be part of government. Because 2024, God willing, inshallah, I know that Dr. Baumia will be the president. and then we'll move. No, Dr. Baumia will be the president, and then we'll move ahead this country, continue the good work, and move ahead this country. And I know that the Lord God Almighty will give him longer life and prosperity.
All right, thank you very much.
And we'll do the good, continue to do the good for Volta region, and then the OT region, and the whole Ghana.
Thank you very much, Honorable Deputy Minister. Ano fama adenoma akpa ba na daniyo manami kwanyaselo nia jerodo ya sangara fiagaka. We are streaming live on Facebook though, but later in the evening there will be a repeat of this program on our Facebook page. The video